In the process of learning, review is the most important thing, because without review, there is no memory. The first review should be the day after learning. The day after you study, you have forgotten more than half of what you learned. Then you review it again. This is called the first review. The second review is 1 week after the first review. Then the third review is 2 weeks after the second review. And the fourth review is 1 month after the third review. The exam is almost here and the semester is almost over. At this time, after 4 reviews, you almost remember everything. If a person knows how to review, he will know when to strengthen and consolidate. The author repeatedly emphasizes that learning cannot be done in a random way. He said that it is useless to do it in a random way. If a large amount of information pours in suddenly, we will forget it faster. So don't try to learn it all at once, but try to spread the knowledge out at different times. First, being hungry before meals is suitable for learning. Second, before going to bed is also the golden period for learning. Third, it doesn't matter if you don't study when you are full after breakfast or dinner. You can read extracurricular books, watch TV or play games. You can do something that interests you. It can make our lives more colorful. 4. If you are too sleepy to hold on in the afternoon, you might as well take a nap without any worries. 5. If you have already decided to take a nap, you should study hard during the time before the nap. Don't miss the time for your nap. Prepare some things before your nap and then go to sleep. Make good use of your sleep. Before going to bed is a very suitable time to study subjects that require memory. The morning can be said to be the most awake time of the day, and it is better to use it to study subjects that require high logical thinking ability, such as mathematics, physics, and chemistry. Finally, because it is not suitable for memorization during this period of time, just after waking up in the morning, you only need to do some simple calculations or review. This book gives you some tips behind each chapter, and I will also share some tips about memory with you. First of all, the student's room should not be decorated in red. Why? Because color will affect people's memory. When a person sees more stimulation from red, his memory will decline. Someone has done such a test. When taking an IQ test, one group of candidates' answer sheets were written in blue pen, and another group of candidates' answer sheets were written in red pen. It was later discovered that the scores of the red pen test were much lower than those of the blue pen test. So what color should the room be painted? He said that science has not come to a conclusion, but he personally recommends, for example, light green, a relaxing color that may be more conducive to memory. There is another interesting piece of knowledge about red. That is, you will feel nauseous when you look at red after eating. This is its characteristic. You can't stand seeing a piece of raw meat after you've finished eating. So you feel uncomfortable seeing red after you've finished eating. That's why many fast food restaurants use red for decoration. Haven't you noticed? When you are hungry and see red, you will want to eat something. But once you are full, you will feel sick and leave. That is why you will not sit in that red hamburger shop and not leave. Another one is the Mozart effect. Is it true that listening to Mozart's music can help a person learn better? Is this true? The author said that the answer is true, and strangely, only Mozart's music has this effect. If you let him listen to Beethoven or Bach, it won't work, because Beethoven's and Bach's music are one too passionate and the other too heavy. Why is Mozart's music easy to help people remember? One very important reason is that Mozart's greatest characteristic is happiness. Make listening to it joyful and happy. This feeling of joy and happiness will help you learn better. Some parents particularly hate to hear music when their children are studying. That is background music. Is background music effective? The answer is that an overly quiet environment is not conducive to learning. That is, if we are studying in a quiet environment with no sound, you will find that this person often gets distracted and cannot concentrate on learning. It is not good to be too quiet during the exam. Appropriate noise is more conducive to memory. Don't use electric saws, they are too loud, and the sound is a bit scary. But appropriate noise, a car passing by, a little music, no problem. It will make your memory better. This is anti-fragility. There are some interference factors. It will make you remember more easily. So you can have background music when studying, but please don't listen to music with lyrics. You'd better listen to light music without lyrics. Soothing music like Mozart is actually very good, right? Another question is what to do if you are stage fright during the exam, right? What should I do if I am nervous and afraid of the exam? There is no other way to do it, the exposure method. What is the exposure method? Take the exam several times. Others only take midterm exams and final exams, but you can sign up for a few other exams. You go to sign up for a programmer exam, a chef exam, or an English proficiency test. Go to the exam room a few times. The more times you take the exam, the more you will get used to it. This is called exposure. Another way is to write down your nervousness. I am very nervous, I feel very stressed, and I am sweating. Observing your feelings and writing them down can help you reduce your nervousness. The third direct and effective method is to sit up straight. If you are nervous about the exam, don't do this. You are so nervous, right? If you lie down like this for a long time, you may have an attack of angina. Write down these 3 tips more often, and they can help us reduce the condition of the intestines when sitting. Then during the exam, the nutrient we need is glucose, and more importantly, glucose, which can help the brain become more active and excited. There is also a test technique called slacking off in the middle of the test. Do you know that? For example, if you have an exam for 1.5 hours, often a child's concentration is most concentrated in the first 20 minutes and the 15 minutes before the test is due, right? This is when you are most concentrated and most efficient. It is very common to slack off during the test. So what can you do? The author says you can divide the test into 3 30-minute sections. You can set 3 30-minute periods. The first 30 minutes starts with the 15 minutes and then comes back when it is almost over. So when you divide it into 3 30-minute periods, each 30-minute period has a beginning and an end, and you can reduce a lot of slacking off in the middle. So this will help us do better in the exam.